Something I get asked a lot in comments is, how do you start a My Singing Monsters YouTube channel? Or how do you grow one? So instead of having to reply to every single one of these comments, I decided to just make a video on the basics of starting a MSM channel and growing it, as well as sharing my personal experiences with my channel. So without further ado, let's get into this. Before we start this video, I want to make it clear that I am not a professional, though I do have a decent amount of knowledge on YouTube and how it works. So obviously, the first step to having a successful MSM channel is, well, making the channel. So if you are a noob and don't even know how to make a channel in the first place, you need a Google account. That's pretty much it. Once you made your account, you want to think of a name, a logo, a banner, and a theme of your channel. Now I recommend making your name something creative so you stand out from other YouTubers, which is something I obviously didn't do. I have one of the least creative names ever. But then again, I didn't come into the community to become a YouTuber, it was just a random thing I decided to do. So once you have your name, you want to make a logo. It can either be an original character you made, an MSM monster, or a combination of both. Or you can commission a logo from someone else. But if you want to make your own logo, here are tips to making an appealing and professional logo. Okay, so let's say I just made a channel. I thought of the name, Cool Kongal, and use Kongal as my mascot because it's simple and cute. Now I could use the easy route and just slap a PNG of Kongal on a colored background, but let's do a little more. So let's make the background a gradient. My favorite color to use for backgrounds is blue. I just feel like it looks the best, but you can whatever you like. Then I'm gonna draw my character. I suck at drawing, so just pretend this is good, then add a bit of shadow to it and outlines, and boom, there's your logo. Now of course this isn't the only way to make a logo. You can also just make your own design or letter for your channel. It's completely up to you. But always make sure your logo is simple, appealing, and centered. Now the final step for your branding is the banner. Everything I said for the logo pretty much applies here as well, just make sure it matches the logo's colors so it blends in well. Okay, so before you even make your first video, you need to realize a few things. First of all, your first video shouldn't be something about you. This might sound harsh, but when you're first starting off, nobody is going to care about you or your personality. People scroll through YouTube and click on a video that seems interesting to them. So if your first ever video is something like 10 facts about me, not a lot of people will be interested in that because you are just starting off and nobody knows who you are. Videos like this can be made later on when you have a bigger audience. So what should you do for your first video? Well, you want to do something unique, well thought out, and most importantly, something you also enjoy doing. The reason this is so important is because naturally, if you are editing a video that you are bored with and you are not having fun doing it, the video is most likely going to come out bland and lazy and won't be interesting. But if it's a video you put genuine passion into and enjoyed making, the effort will be shown and it will be more interesting to the viewers. So let's say you thought it out for a good while and came to the conclusion that you want your first video to be a tier list on MSM Monsters. This is just an example. You could do this with any video idea that's entertaining. So first of all, you need an editing software. So here are some recommendations for good editing softwares, both paid and free. Starting off with some free editing softwares for mobile. If you plan to make videos on PC, skip to this timestamp. But just to be clear, there's nothing wrong with making YouTube videos on mobile. In fact, a lot of people including me started off making videos exclusively on mobile. We all start somewhere, and the more you grow, the better quality your videos will be. So from my experience with editing on mobile, I highly recommend CapCut. It's the best free mobile editing app in my opinion. It has tons of features and it's really easy to get used to. It also doesn't have a watermark. CapCut also has a pro version which gives you extra features, but it really isn't needed at all. Also, this video isn't sponsored, by the way. Another decent one is Adobe Premiere Rush. This one is alright, it's pretty basic unless you buy the pro version. Same goes for KineMaster. KineMaster is good, but it has a watermark unless you pay to get rid of it, so I don't recommend using it unless you are willing to pay. And honestly, those the only decent ones on mobile that I know of. A lot of mobile editing apps have in-app purchases and subscriptions to make it good, which sucks. But if none of these apps I recommended stand out to you, you can just look up video editing on the App Store or Google Play Store and try out some of the apps and see which one you like best. Any editing software could work, you just need to test it out and get used to everything. Now for some PC editing softwares. Obviously PC ones are better and have more features, but most of also cost money. But if you're looking for a free one, again I really recommend CapCut. It's also on PC and it's really similar to the mobile version. Shotcut is also a pretty good one. There's also a lot of other free ones, but I couldn't find any that are as good as CapCut, so if you want you can go searching for free editing softwares on PC and see what you like best. Just make sure they are trustworthy and you don't accidentally download a virus. Now time for some paid editing softwares. I am not gonna go super in depth with these, I'm just gonna name them and you can do your own research on them if you are interested. DaVinci Resolve, WeVideo, Filmora. And highly considered one of the best editing softwares in the world, Adobe Premiere Pro. Of course, with a title like that, this one is very expensive, so I don't recommend it unless you are an adult who can afford the subscription and want to do YouTube as a job. Once you have an editing software, obviously you need to learn how to edit. Which is easier said than done. This is not going to be easy, but the best way to learn is to just do it. Make videos often and you will eventually learn and become more skilled with your editing software. You just need to never give up, that is the most important thing. You need time and patience to get good at something, so don't stop, I believe in you. But if you are a complete noob on editing and don't even know how to put an image on top of a video or add music, look up on YouTube a basic tutorial for your specific editing software and learn the basics of it so you can get started with your first video. Make sure your video has music, is entertaining and fun to look at, and not boring. If you have a mic and are using your voice in the video, try to be entertaining or funny so people have a reason to subscribe to you. This doesn't mean you should fake your personality, be yourself, but you have to keep in mind you are talking to an audience, and you want to entertain them. As for the editing style, it really depends on the type of video. If it's just a simple gameplay video, you don't really need any B-roll footage, which is basically added footage that isn't the main video, to keep the viewer watching. Like in a documentary, let's say someone is talking about food, they could have a stock video of someone eating food. This isn't necessary in most gameplay videos because you already have the gameplay, which is the main focus of the video. This is what the viewer will be looking at. You want to have background music. I recommend looking up copyright-free background music. Kevin MacLeod comes in clutch for me. You could also compose your own original background music if you know how to, but this isn't needed. You also want some sound effects and stuff for the video. Make it interesting but don't make it super dramatic and annoying to the point where it's unwatchable. If you're making a video essay type video, B-roll is very important and you need a lot of that. If you didn't do a face reveal, you can use your character if you have one to be on the screen to represent you talking like how I am doing, or how YouTubers like SaberSpark, LS Mark, and Aya do. There's tons of different video ideas you could do. Just make sure it's entertaining and fun, and don't give up. After you've kickstarted your channel and have some videos, now you want to start growing it. This is when things may get confusing, but trust me, once you know what you're doing, it isn't as hard as it seems. First of, here are some big no-nos you should not do to grow your channel. First of all, sub for subs. Do not subscribe someone for a subscription back, this is pointless. Subscribers don't matter if they aren't actively watching your videos. Your subscriber count is just a number if it isn't actually active with people watching your videos. Second of all, don't do massive clickbait. This may work once or twice, but it is overall very bad for both your channel and the way people see you. Nobody likes a clickbait channel, and people don't subscribe to channels they don't like. And third, don't give up and stop uploading just because you aren't getting views. YouTube is a long journey and you aren't going to blow up instantly. You need to put in the work and keep going. You will slowly learn and become better. I went into this channel knowing almost nothing, and I learned a lot from it, and I'm now very knowledgeable on YouTube. Anyways, here's what you should do to grow your community. First of all, don't just post videos, post shorts, community posts, and have other social medias. Of course your main focus should be on long-form content, but a couple of shorts here and there and polls on community tab don't hurt your channel, and helps grow your channel and fan base. While we're on the topic of your community, make sure you are very active with your community. People like to feel a connection with the YouTuber they are watching, reply to comments, talk on the community tab, heart their comments, etc. This will grow your community and make your fans even more loyal. Finally, if you want to start making money on YouTube, well, it's a bit complicated. But there is a bunch of tutorials online. It took me a long time to figure out how to start getting money from YouTube, to the point where I almost gave up. But you should never give up, because I eventually did it and I am very happy about it. So don't give up, keep going. And I promise you can do anything you put your mind to. Thanks for watching this video. If this video helped you at all, consider subscribing. And good luck with your channels. I wish you all the best. Bye.